time for Christmas Lights 2018. So, yeah. Well, we're at a new house this year. Um, so that is a huge change. So basically there's nothing at all like last year, like nothing at all. So we've got some new stuff, some old stuff, but yeah, totally different layout. It was really fun to like kind of figure out where everything went and just, you know. So, unfortunately, I don't want to stand in the neighbor's yard, so the house is too long actually to fit in the frame of the camera, so I'm kind of just like panning back and forth here so you can see the whole thing. Maybe it helps if I move over here. That helps a little bit. Yeah. Oh, there's a car coming. Hang on. Okay, but anyway, let's take a look at the house here. I guess I'll work my way over. So starting off here, this is the lamp post. The lamp post of this house is non-electric, so it's a solar head because the electric was cut to it some time ago. I did take the head from the old house with me, so I have it sitting downstairs, but this is the garland that we used to put on the lamp post at the old house with the LEDs on it and the bow. And I'm surprised this lamppost is a little bit taller and it's a little bit thicker than the old one, so I'm surprised that I had enough. But yeah, it looks great. There is an outlet on this post, but of course since that doesn't work, there is no power to that outlet. So I had to run an extension cord across here to the fence where I have lights on the fence. I have white incandescent mini lights. This is a set of 300, I think. I used to put this set on the bush. And then there's another set down here that is 100. There's the plug. So this is the 100 set right here. Sorry if I'm shaking a little bit. It is kind of cold out here tonight. So yeah, it looks really nice when you're driving down the street. You see just this line of lights. Maybe next year I'll get some like bows or something to put on all the posts. I think that might look really cool. Or maybe just use garland instead of regular mini lights. Or C9s, maybe that would be interesting. So then here is the little Japanese maple. So in the trunk of the tree and going up to the very bottom of the bigger branches, I have this. This is my multicolored, multifunction light set with 8 functions. I have it set on the chasing flash function, just so it kind of twinkles and everything. I think it looks really nice. And then up at the top of the tree, I have the linear mounting technology LEDs, just kind of draped back and forth throughout the top branches of the tree. It turned out a lot better than I was expecting, so I was afraid I wouldn't have enough linear mounting technology LEDs, but it did turn out quite nice. So that's that. Right here we have the reindeer. There's a big reindeer. Surprisingly, still going strong this year. A few years ago, I think I was like, oh, this might be the last year for this deer because it had some like mold growing on it down there, but that hasn't spread. And I just replaced a bunch of burned out bulbs in it. Like all the burned out bulbs I replaced just at the beginning of this year. Is losing some of its grapevine sticks though, so might have to find a solution to that. But anyway, yeah, the motor still runs. Counterweight's got a couple rust spots on it, but it still works. There's the other view. I did have to flip the bow to the other side. So then on these bushes, we've got some LED net light. Now these were actually new. They're new to me. They're not new actually, because these were actually left by the previous owners of the house. And I've been told by the neighbors that he actually put these lights on these very bushes, so I just thought that was really cool that I could carry on their legacy. They're kind of stroby. I'm not a huge fan of LEDs, and you can kind of see the strobing in the camera right there. Oh god, that's terrible. In the camera, it's much more prominent than in real life, but yeah, they're kind of blue. I would much rather have incandescent, but I got whatever I can work with, I'll take. So yeah, the LED net light. So then on this bay window, I just tripped over a big pile of dirt there. Anyways, on this bay window, around the bay window, I have a set of red, green, blue multifunction lights set on the combination setting. This is the newer of the two sets, and right now it's in the flashing sequence. But yeah, I got one of these. I got a new one of these at the end of last year, I think, and I'm really happy I did because Big Lots stopped selling them this year. You cannot get these anymore, so I have two of these sets, and this is one of them. So then, underneath the bay window, I have the multicolored random flashing icicle lights. I was wondering where I should put these, and I think they fit really well here. Of course, I didn't want to have too much flashing in one area, so I guess because I had these on this bush, I was afraid that would cause too much flashing, and plus the multifunctions. But thankfully, the multifunctions spend more time on the slow, sort of fading functions on the combination setting than they do on the fast, more like seizure settings like this. And I think this is the slow glow right here. Or maybe not. No, this is the stepping on sequence. Oh, and there's the twinkling sequence. So yeah. Now, on the actual roof line of the house, I have icicle lights all around the roof. And the sets that you see from here, well, not those are actually not icicle lights. Those are that set of 10 mini lights that I just threw up there because I ran out of icicle lights. But these are all new. Every single one you see here is new, except for I just stepped on a solar light and broke it. Okay, whatever. We're gonna get new ones in the spring anyway. It doesn't matter. But yeah, except for this set right here at the end. This is the old set that we used to put over the easement on the old house. And there's a few burned out bulbs in it. And then this small set that we used to put above the front door is here. And there's a section out in that. So, yeah. So it's the icicle lights on the roof line of the house. Yeah. And then they go up there as well. Around this door I have green mini lights. I got these last year, I think. And then around this window I have the set of 25 LEDs that I used to put on the shed at the old house. They're still working this year, so we'll see. Plugged in up there to the icicle lights. Sorry, my finger just got in the way. And then over here, on this bush, this huge mass of holly bushes, I have some incandescent net lights. And these were actually also left by the previous owners of the house. And I was told, again, by the same people that told me about those bushes, that they also put these lights on this bush, the previous owners. So once again, I just thought that was kind of cool, that I was not told how they did their lights. I just kind of figured it out myself, and sure enough, it's the exact same thing that the old owners had, and this looks really nice. I love the way this turned out. They're so evenly spaced, you can't even tell where all the different net light sets end and where they begin, and it's just great. I love it. So then around that bay window, the living room bay window, I have another set of red, green, blue multifunction lights. And this is the old set that I used to put around the bay window at the old house. And these are on the mixed setting. That kind of mixes a few different functions like the chasing flash, flashing, in wave, twinkling, and slow glow, I think. Kind of got that, so I get that set on combination and these on mixed. It kind of gives some variance. And this shows more of the fast, flashy functions, except for this, which is the slow glow. But yeah, so that's those. They do go underneath there, but you can't really see it because of the bushes. And I think is that my dad? Yep, that's my dad coming home. So then on this bush right here, I've got some LEDs. This is actually kind of a failure. I don't think it looks too bad, though. I mean, it looks better in person than on camera. On camera, it just looks sad, but in person, it doesn't look terrible. Yeah. And then our Christmas spinner right here that we've had forever. still out this year. On the the vinyl railing, we have some icicle lights on here. This is the green set of icicle lights I got from my grandma a few years ago. Or green wire, not green light. And then on this railing I've got a set of like, I think this is like, not 10, maybe 10, I don't know. Just a really short set of multicolored mini lights on this railing. So, yeah. Around this door I've also got some green lights. Just like on the other door, I thought that was cool to have green on both doors. I actually kind of like the green. I didn't know if I would, but it goes good against the red door. And then around this window I have a short set of multicolored mini lights. And then this one has a couple of burned out bulbs too. Have to get those changed. And then in the window I've got the flashing vintage 1980s star. Yeah. Pretty cool. Flashing away happily. So then over here, I've got the small deer over here, sitting in the flower bed there. And then right here, you can't really see it that well, but I've got that fiber optic Christmas tree solar thing that is not working again for some reason. I did get it to work last night, but it's not working tonight for some reason. I don't know if it was being blocked by the tree or what. I actually don't know. So then, along this sort of flower bed here, I have the C9 walkway lights, but I can't call them walkway lights anymore because our walkway is actually way too long to put these up the walkway, so I just have them out here. They're on the little spikes, and yeah, they're still working. I do have a few vintage bulbs over here at the end. I ran out of transparent ones, so I had to use some ceramics. This is a vintage ceramic right there. And then here are two vintage ceramics that are actually painted from the inside. That's that nice deep blue one, and then there's a red one. So yeah, C9s. And then up there's the icicle lights again, the old set, and the big star is right here. I was hoping to hang the big star up there, but I couldn't get up there. My ladder isn't big enough, and my parents would not let me walk on the roof. So, underneath of each of these windows, I've got those blue twinkling LED icicle lights that I actually used to put on the shed at the old house. I think they look really nice, actually. Yeah, they turned out well. And then in the windows we got candles. In all the windows, actually. In the bay window there, in that bay window, and in the, well, not in the bathroom window, but in the side window there with the LEDs around it. And then, we've got our projector with the snowflakes up there. This is actually new. I think at the end of last year we got this. But there's the projector itself right there. It's LED. It looks pretty cool, I think. I like it a lot better than those awful projected dots that our neighbors across the street have. So then over here, I've got the spiral trees. And I mean, spiral trees are a thing. You know, it's not Christmas without the spiral trees. Yeah, so I got the big one, the 6-foot one, 4.5-foot one, the 4-foot one, and the 2.5-foot one. And of course these are the two from the older set, the second set that we had, and then these are the two from the third set we had, the newest set. There's a bulb here that has come loose that's kind of bothering me. Oh, the thing actually broke. Okay, well, that's not nice. But, okay. That's better. Anyway, I replaced all that one and that one had a bunch of burned out bulbs in them. I replaced them all. This one's a little bit dimmer now than that one and that one, as is this one. But, you know, at least we'll save the bulbs. Okay. So, anything else out here? I don't think I forgot anything. We don't have our Christmas tree yet, but when we do, it's going in the addition. So, actually, I do have one more thing in the back that I did. There's a nice view of those fence lights going up and from the other side of the fence. It still looks pretty cool. but you can see everything all lit up. And there you can see the candle in that window there with the LEDs. Okay, I don't know why we don't have candles in these windows. I really think we should. Yeah, around the back here, on the railing going up the deck, which you can see, not very well, I've got some multicolored mini lights. There is no outlet back here, so I had to run the cord down underneath the staircase through the window, and it's plugged into a timer in there. But this one is a newer set right here. I think my grandma gave me this. Oh no, this is the one I got from my school, like 2 or 3 years ago. And then these down here are the vintage GE Merry Midgets from the 1970s. I have converted them to non-flashing. I found a bunch of replacement Merry Midget bulbs, I think at the Restore, and I put a replacement one in there, and now it's not flashing anymore, because that would look kind of weird to have this section flashing with that section not flashing. But I think it looks nice. It's, you know, pretty nice for back here. Would have loved to put some lights around the actual deck itself, but let's see what we got. And the Christmas tree is going to go in that window when we get it. So, once again, I would have done this earlier when it wasn't so dark out. Like I used to do it. I used to do, back when my YouTube channel was really like not big, I used to do a daytime and nighttime, and then I moved last year to doing it sort of in the evening time. But I was a little late tonight. And there you can see our neighbors with their projector, the laser dots and everything, and their little, yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. So one more quick view, and then I'll end here. It would have been so cool to put lights on these dogwood trees here, but I just didn't have enough, and these trees are huge, so probably wouldn't look very good. So yeah. And that's the neighbor dogs. Again. My biggest accomplishment, I think, this year is separating the deer from the spiral trees. Used to have them right next, or in front of the spiral trees. But, yeah, they didn't look, like you couldn't tell what they were, so kind of separated them. Okay, now I'm going to back up out into the road. Hopefully no cars will be coming. And hopefully, yeah, there's no cars coming. Okay, there you go. Got a good view except with those dogwood trees in the way. Alright, so I think that's where I will stop this video. Thank you for watching, and have a very Merry Christmas.